is inside. Of course, this could be any Pokemon, so it will be quite difficult, but there are two ways to earn points. The first way is to guess the type of Pokemon. Now, dual type Pokemon count, so if you guess a flying type and the Pokemon is flying ice, then you would get the point because you guessed one of the types that the Pokemon possesses. The second way to earn points is to guess the specific Pokemon. So, if you correctly guess the type of Pokemon, you get 1 point. If you guess the exact Pokemon, you get 5 points. So 1 point per type, 5 points. If you guess the Pokemon, you can only guess one type at a time. So please, play along and post your scores in the comments below. I'm going to be playing as well, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, if you are ready, let's get started. So, the first Pokeball, let's listen to some of the tapping sounds here. Now, there will be no clues or hints, seeing as though I don't know which Pokemon are inside. So you need to feel and reach out and try your best to guess which Pokemon type and which Pokemon is inside. So let's listen to that Pokemon tumble around inside that ball. Now, my experience with these types of Pokemon party favors is that the Pokemon inside are usually very low quality and roughly resemble the Pokemon that they were intended to embody. So hopefully they look close enough that we can tell what they were going for, but we will see. Just a bit more. Let's roll that Pokemon around. Okay, let me think here. opposite. I am guessing a ghost type of Pokemon. And I'm guessing mischievous in particular. I'll give you another moment to listen. I knocked over Oddish there. Alright, let's look inside. Alright, last chance to make any guesses that you haven't finalized yet. Once again, I am guessing ghost type, and I mean a mischievous, to be specific. Alright, the moment of truth. Well, I am over 2. We have a very poorly designed hypno. So, once again, I do feel like I was a bit close with the kind of ghost-like vibe with the psychic type Pokemon here, but once again, 0 points for myself. How did you do on that one? Hopefully you are doing just a bit better than I am, but there's still time for me to turn it around. So, go ahead and clear your thoughts, and let's prepare for ball number 3. Alright. Ooh, this one. I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to sway your psychic thoughts. But let's roll this one around a bit. And let's reach out with our minds and see if we can get a good feel on what this Pokemon is like. Once again, close your eyes and try to put yourself inside the Pokeball and reach out and feel what's inside. I'm trying to think. Try to get a really good listen and a feel for that sound. Let's roll it just a bit between the hands. Okay, for my typing, I am going to guess a grass type. I just have a feeling that it's a grass type Pokemon. It's calling out to me just a bit for my specific Pokemon. I'm going to go with Tangela. I'm guessing the Pokemon Tangela for this one. So go ahead and finalize your guesses while I open it up. years pass. So, unfortunately, I was wrong again. I really hope that you're doing a lot better than I am. But I guessed grass type, and this is no such thing. I also guessed a Vile Bloom for the specific Pokemon, but wrong again. So, through 3 Poké Balls, I don't think this one is going to stand up, but I have 0 points, and I'm doing rather poorly. So, hopefully, you are doing much better than I. Let's try another. I'm going to try to really concentrate on this one. So go ahead and reach out and listen. Let's roll this one just a bit between the hands and see if we can pick up any other vibes from this one. Alright, I do have a strong feeling that this is a poison type Pokemon. What do you think? For my specific type of Pokemon, I'm going to go with Garbodor. So, poison type Garbodor. Let's open it up. Alright, just a few moments before we open and reveal. Alright, we have a Big Night. Once again, not very well designed and really off on the coloring, but staying with tradition. I was wrong once again. Nowhere close. This is not a poison type and definitely not a Garbodor. So, wrong again. idea about this one. I'm going to focus and really try to get this one right. Alright. If I had to predict what's inside this one, let me rotate it one more time. I think it's a bug type. I just have a feeling that it's a bug. And I think a dustox. Bug type dustox is my guess. So let's open it up. Once again, just a few more moments to listen. And let's see what's inside. Alright. This might be the worst designed one that we've seen yet. Yes. What is it? A lit meow, I think. Something like that. A fire type. So, I was incredibly wrong. Actually, I don't think I can't even remember the name of this Pokemon, but of course, I will have it displayed. But I must say that I am surprised that I haven't gotten even one right to this point. But I have a good feeling that I'll get this one correct. So let's go ahead and listen. What do you think about this one? I'm being drawn towards water type. It has a very water type vibe to it. But of course, at this point I can't trust my feelings, so I guess we shall see. For my specific Pokemon, I think I will go Quillfish. It just feels right. So let's open it up and take a look. Any last bursts of intuition if you guessed grass and, or I'm sorry, bug and flying type, then you have earned yourself some points. Unfortunately for me, 0 points still. But all I need are a few lucky guesses here to catch up to some of you. So let me see what I think as we listen to some of the sounds here. I think this one is a normal type, and the first Pokemon that came to my mind was Slacking. Slacking, the normal type. So I'm going to not overthink it. Let's open it up. Alright, maybe that's my issue. Maybe I'm taking too long to think about it. Our next Pokemon is not a Slacking. How could I be any more wrong? Is this, I think this is Fion. I get Fion and, what is it? Manaphy, something like that. I get those two mixed up. But, once again, 0 points. You'll have to forgive me for forgetting some of the Pokemon names when, for some reason, I'm on the spot and filming these videos. In the moment, I oftentimes have a hard time recalling some of the Pokemon names or details, as you've, I'm sure, noticed if you've watched my Pokemon Crystal Clear series. So this Pokemon here, I think we have a grass type. Let me get a few taps. I think we have a Tropius on our hands. Let's open it up and see. Alright, a few sounds before we reveal. Let's see what we have. We have a Macargo. Once again, strangely, a strange color palette, but it does have the little flame coming out of the shell, which is a strange amount of detail for this type of figure. Once again, 0 points for your pitiful host. Let's try that one. That one is very poorly put together. Alright. very strangely designed Diglett. These are so low effort, but still fun. We have a Diglett. I was very close. I guessed rock. Unfortunately, it was a ground type. So we have 2 remaining. Let's get some of these sounds to help us decide which Pokemon is inside. I think that this is a psychic type. And for the specific psychic type, I am going to guess Claydol. Let's open it up. And we have I think it's Cherub, something like that, but not a psychic type. I am extremely disappointed that I have 0 points. It's all up to our final Poké Ball, and hopefully I do a lot better. This is how you know that I haven't looked at these before, because I'm doing so poorly. You would think I would have gotten at least 1 right if I knew the Pokemon inside.